Gaming Bolt presents 15 ways to convert a non-gamer into a gamer. We all have non-gamers in our lives. We've had people encouraging us to leave the medium for something else, aligning with their interests, and even those who just don't care about games. However, what if you have someone in your life who's seen video games and would like to become a fan? How do you go about the task of converting this non-gamer to the light, and sometimes dark, side of the Force? These methods may not be foolproof, but they're definitely a start to getting someone on the bandwagon. Talk about games. What are games, and why should your average person be interested in them? Tell the non-gamer in question about what's possible in video games, and maybe throw in a few of your favorite moments, like battling a dragon or exploring an amazing new world. It's also a good time to tell them what games are not, namely murder simulators or wastes of time. Start with something simple. Easing the non-gamer into the hobby is of utmost importance at this stage. With that in mind, focus on relaxed games with smaller goals that have the potential to lead to greater things. Minecraft, Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon are excellent examples of this. Allowing the non-gamer to create and play around in an open sandbox while progressing and changing their world side by side. Practical use games. Not all games have to be complex affairs. They can easily function as fitness simulators. For all the hate that Xbox Fitness may get, its integration of Kinect can help newcomers transition to more gaming time through fitness. Even Just Dance, for all its casualness, can contribute to one's health. Mobile titles on consoles. Does the non-gamer in question like to game on mobiles? Show them the benefits of experiencing their favorite franchises on consoles. Numerous titles like Angry Birds, Badlands, and much more can be found on the Xbox One, with improved visuals but the same accessible gameplay. Location-based games. It may be surprising to hear this, but a fair number of gamers actually enjoy games based in locations where they live. Games like Tom Clancy's The Division and Grand Theft Auto 5 deliver excellent renditions of New York City and Los Angeles, with tons of details worth exploring. Mainstream to video game. Why was Telltale's The Walking Dead such a massive success? Aside from being a great game, it tapped into a contingent of fans that loved the comic book and TV series. The same goes for Star Wars Battlefront, and how lovingly it recreated the experience for fans. If you want to introduce someone to video games, it's not a bad idea to find a game adapted from a mainstream property they may love. Books and TV shows. What if the non-gamer in question wants to learn more about the story of a particular franchise before diving into it? Introducing them to various other media surrounding a series like Assassin's Creed or Halo is a great way to get them involved, especially since the latter's early books are pretty good. And who knows, it may motivate them to check out the games for continuing the stories. Play co-op titles. So, you've finally convinced the non-gamer to give your favourite franchise a shot. How do you ease them into all the different mechanics at hand, never mind helping them to understand how a game should work? Co-op games are a pretty good solution, essentially allowing you to demonstrate mechanics and the like, rather than just verbally explaining things. Avoid games with too much violence. Does that basically exclude all the games you own? Because it's generally a better idea to avoid games with too much bloodshed or strong subject matter. It may purely be a preference thing, but suffice to say that even for someone who's watched violent movies and TV shows, may be taken aback when experiencing it all firsthand in a video game. Newer versions of classic games. Maybe that non-gamer friend of yours used to be a gamer once upon a time. Maybe they enjoyed the classics and have since fallen out of love with the medium. If you're going to get them back into gaming, then choosing games like New Super Mario Bros. Or Mario Maker will allow them to enjoy the same classic gameplay they loved, but in a shiny new package. From there, you can move to newer titles in the older franchises. Straightforward shooters. The non-gamer in question is familiar with games like Doom and wants in on the current gen action. They're not too shy about the blood either. If you're going to introduce them to a genre like first-person shooters, then it's best to stick to games with straightforward mechanics, like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Maybe a bit of Bulletstorm as well if they seek something unique. It's best to avoid difficult RPG shooter hybrids in the beginning. Interactive adventure games. Some non-gamers want to relax while gaming, but experience compelling stories at the same time. Interactive adventure games have seemingly grown in popularity since The Walking Dead broke out, including titles like Life is Strange, The Wolf Among Us, and Tales from the Borderlands. But these games are a great testament to the fact that you don't need the twitchiest of reflexes or lots of number crunching to enjoy gaming. Racing and stealth games. Again though, it's about mainstream accessibility. For all the criticism that franchises like Assassin's Creed receive, it's still one of the most accessible open-world stealth titles out there. Racing fans don't need to indulge in Project Cars or Forza Motorsport 6 from the outset. They can easily enjoy Need for Speed or even Burnout Paradise without any trouble. Similar games in the same genre. This one is pivotal. The non-gamer has become a gamer in many senses of the word, but they're tired of the same game. It's at this point that you introduce similar titles that may expand that interest further. Diablo fans may like Torchlight and Path of Exile. Call of Duty players may want to look into Titanfall or team-based shooters like the upcoming Overwatch. Of course, when recommending games of the same genre, the next step is incredibly important. Showcase offbeat games. The industry is bustling with unique experiences every day. Games like Hyper Light Drifter, The Witness, Firewatch, Towerfall Ascension, and much more offer hours of fun, even if they're incredibly offbeat and different. The point is to showcase the range of experiences gaming is capable of delivering. Someone can enjoy various mainstream titles, but not be afraid to step into unorthodox genres and experience different games. Will have a lot to look forward to indeed.
We hope you've enjoyed this video, so please consider subscribing to our channel. We do original content, reviews, graphics comparison, and much more, and try to upload a video every day. Thank you very much for checking us out.